Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough. I am in Imandra for the next part of the scouting expedition. I'm just going to detach this trailer, stop the engine for a sec. I am going to come and get this fuel, that's the key thing that I'm after. I want to check out this little lake, so I'll go this way, double back on myself. I want to see whether that's frozen or not. And then I'm going to come back, get the scout fuel carrier, which looks like it is, let's just move that so I can select it, 100% full and mine because it shows up on this object tracker, so therefore it must be mine. I want to get that and then I'm going to hook it up, carry it along the path, come in here and grab this metal detector, come back and deposit the fuel carrier, scout fuel carrier here somewhere, and then we'll push on to the watchtower because I want to get as much of this map opened up today as I can so that we can start thinking about doing deliveries in the next episode. That's the plan to start with. I also at some point want to scout out whether this metal shipment is infinite reloads, but it looks like it is to me, so I might end up coming in empty and getting my metal beams here rather than bringing them in with me. There's two approaches to it, and I might end up doing that rather than hauling them all the way from Lake Cobb. But let's get on with it. Hope you're all well. Hope you all had a good weekend. I'm recording this on a Monday. Just had a Father's Day in the UK, so a nice family weekend. Off to see my father for his birthday and Father's Day. Hope you've all had a good weekend, and if I'm not sure if American viewers have Father's Day on the same weekend. I know Mother's Day often varies. Okay, so this is wet rather than frozen. Interesting. Let's just see how we do. Maybe just skirt along the beach instead of trying to... Didn't realise how deep that would be down to those rocks, but that's interesting. One of those times where it would have been a lot easier if it was just frozen. Wonder why this one doesn't freeze and the others do. I wonder if this has got like a natural salt well or something that causes it to have a different freezing temperature. Because by altitude it's higher than the one by the airport that's frozen. So I would have thought that this is more likely to freeze if anything. Quite excited about this episode because I should get a couple of really important upgrades. I'm hoping I can push far enough to get the big engine for the Ford F0750. And I just want that because I want to play with the truck and see how good it is with that engine because it's rated to be pretty capable. I also brought the Tatterin through, and it's just at the gateway. I haven't done anything with it. I've just left it at the gateway. But bringing the Tatterin through, I can collect the twin steer all-wheel drive, which is another truck that I'm just interested in playing with that capability. Not very friendly terrain. Let's just make sure. I have got plenty of fuel, but let's just make sure I'm topped up. 900. So that's just confirmed that it is 100% full. My roof was full anyway. But now we've got enough fuel to be confident of pushing on with the scouting of this map. I'm not going to obviously take this with me because I want to take the radar trailer, but I'll go and drop this back near civilization at that warehouse place, just rather than leaving it out here in the wilderness. Really happy with how Kola Peninsula is going for me. I'm enjoying it. It's just the right mix of challenge and spectacular scenery. I really do think they've done an amazing job with that. And I'm happy with the way my fleet of trucks is developing. I think the only thing I've got a question about is I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the Dan as my long logging truck. I know at some point I need a high saddle, so I probably will try the Dan for high saddle work as well. I can't remember if I used it for high saddle. I've got the Derry, which I did previously use for high saddle, and it did great. But I'm just not sure that I need both, so I might give the Dan a try. This should complete the first step of this, and then of course I need to put this upgrade in a truck. I'm not sure which ones can take that. I'm assuming it's large trucks rather than scouts. Engine off. Metal detector. Not available for the current truck, so it's not a scout module. Okay, so basically any of the big trucks by the look of it. Oh, hang on a minute. Available for these trucks. Is that really saying that it's available for none of the trucks that I currently own? I can't scroll that down for some reason, so either that's the full list or there's a bug in the UI. But that is not available for any of the trucks that I currently own. Guess who shouldn't have got rid of his Step 310E then? Or his Fleet Star. That's interesting. I may be forced to buy a truck in order to use that metal detector. Well, nobody warned me about that when I was selling trucks left, right and centre. Thanks for that. I'll have to look up exactly which trucks can take that then. And then pick whatever's probably the most fun variety. Right, can I drive out of this without any issues? Yeah, of course I can. Good old DR. You'd ought to be able to go pretty much anyway, because you've got big sticky tyres. Right, let's get that trailer on. I should have screenshotted that list of trucks, shouldn't I? I'm going to have to try and find the list on a wiki somewhere now. It'd be quite cool if there was a capable high saddle truck, because if I've got to buy something or get something, maybe there's another one I can rescue. I can't remember. I saw a Pacific on there. If the 512 was on there, maybe I should, as I mentioned previously, dive into Wisconsin and grab the 512, put high saddle on it, and then bring it to do that as well. I don't know whether that metal detector is a full module that sits at, like the seismic vibrator module. I don't know whether it's a full thing that sits there and takes up all of the add-ons, or whether it's a like a small, in real life, a metal detector, you can carry one of those around in your hand, so it depends on how fancy they've wanted to get in the modelling of it. Anyway, that's probably a concern for a future episode. It's just telling me I've got to drive to the lost BA-20s. And I'm assuming that the metal detector will allow me to find them. Otherwise, why would it have been a step on that task or contract? Don't know. Right, so I'm just going to put this. I think I'll put it here so that it's convenient for any drive-bys, but not in the way of the gate. Attach it, put myself back up again, then we'll push on, try and get to that watchtower, which I can see on top of the hill, so I don't know how to get up there yet. Get a bit closer and have a look at the map. Oops. So that lake is not as passable as I had hoped it would be. Kind of looks like this road, doesn't it? It's the way up there. I think I'll just push on and find out whatever this is, and then see if that's a way to get back onto this trail and up. See if I can get through this episode without needing the loaf to come and rescue me. Rock Dove had a field day here, didn't he? Or she. Right, what's over the brow of this hill? Apart from the big tree. Can I get past that tree easily? Sometimes the tail at the very end of the tree is kind of passable. Want a chainsaw again. Should have come this way, shouldn't I? Saw the tree and thought I might be able to clip through it. Pull the trailer down the rock. Don't care about a bit of body damage to it. I feel I made that a bit harder for myself, but that's kind of my shtick, isn't it? There we go. That should be fine. So that tree is a thing to be aware of if I want to come past here in a truck, obviously. It either needs to be a truck big enough to just go over it and not care, or I've got a bit of a detour to make. And that's us attached up again. I'll tell you what I didn't do. I was back at that fuel. I didn't refuel the trailer. What a doofus. Oh, keep going. Okay, so there's a path. So I can join this path here on the other side of that field. But there's no point in me doing a scan here. I can't see much, but there's no point doing a scan here because I've got a watchtower on top of the hill. Where is this thing? Probably push on to there and then try and get through here. Right, just inching my way along this path. It's pretty slow because it's pretty nasty snow. But up to that watchtower is an important achievement, so let's just get it done. Preferably without tipping it over. Because I don't fancy bringing the lope up here. With all of these big rocks and deep snow, that's a little bit lope unfriendly. This Yar is a beast, isn't it? When you put these tyres on it, I do appreciate the comments that suggested doing this, but these tyres and this bigger engine, I know it would get more thirsty with a SnowRunner gearbox. I don't like the look of that. That is looking a bit dangerous. What's my best route through that? I just want to try and avoid tipping it, because this would be a nightmare to try and rig. I'd probably have to bring the Tatra in if I tip it here. Because there's nothing big to winch to up there to get myself forward. Let's see if I can get a line into this that avoids me feeling so unstable. It's the sort of terrain where there's big boulders and deep snow side by side. Really easy to just gently, ever so gently, lay your truck over on its side, and I obviously want to avoid that. Yeah. It's not over yet, I've got to get out as well. But I can push my nose onto that box here without going around that corner too much. That's given me the update. Engine off. Landslide in the mountains. Put in change, house, and then something that I lost. So let's have a look at the map. Let's do the cutscene first. Let's have a cutscene in the sunset. Interesting, I saw a broken bridge in the distance then. Don't know if I'll be able to see it from here. Just about in that direction I can see a broken bridge. And it is showing me where the lost BAs are, but I'm assuming that I will need the metal detector. And it just says metal beams. There's no hint there that that's a finite amount, but it also looks like one of those places where you deconstruct these buildings, and once you've deconstructed it, the beams are gone. I think I saw some of those in Wisconsin when I was getting the A-Star. What else did it show me? So there's some kind of a landslide. There's some things to tag down where I left the prototype trailer. Fuel carrier. Oh, that's good. That's a 2,000 litre fuel carrier. That's a big one. Another. Oh, a scout flatbed. Okay, fine. And then that looks like that's the garage to me. So that's the thing that needs repairing. And there's a contest up near the metal shipment. Interesting. That can't be an infinite supply of metal beams up in a place like that. That's got to be a deconstruction and use a few beams and then it's gone. So slightly worried about using that option to do the garage repair. Okay, let's stop talking, keep moving. I think the way I came in is probably the best way. It's just a little bit dangerous, so I've got to be careful. Lights on, coming into a bit of dusk. Right, now I just got to get out of here without tipping over. Standing it on its nose will inspire confidence in myself. Come on, you are. I'm growing to like this quite a lot as a scout since changing it over to these tyres. I know I've tipped it a couple of times in the last episode, but it kind of goes with the game, right? And yeah, any tip is avoidable if you pick the right route and drive carefully. At the same time, when you're exploring, you don't know the right route, and I think a few tippages are to be expected and are designed into the game. So I can be more careful, but I can't really pick routes until I've scouted, and I'm quite happy with how this is going, and this truck is doing really well, which is the sort of thing I say immediately before a nasty roll. So I've got to be doubly careful now. Right, so magnitude of 5. We have an emergency. Earthquakes are common here, but the last one struck real hard. The road to the power station is blocked, and we've got nothing to clear it with. Even our last tractor is undergoing repair. Sounds like a job for me. $3,700. So let's track it and see what's involved. Two pallets of fuel, so I can get those from back at the last warehouse. And they need to be delivered up ahead. But at the moment, well, we've got the 73-210 as of, but we don't have anything else that could do that. So that's a job for after we've brought the Voron Grad in, I think. But I wonder if that will affect my progress now. That wouldn't be a bad place to run a radar either, would it? It's in the right sort of location. I don't know what I haven't found the left edge of the map yet, but that's pretty far over. Fine. Let's have a quick look at this landslide in the mountains as well. So I'll drop a trailer for a sec. Just head down to that other task box. Lights were on. Sticky stuff. Slow sticky stuff. What's this one? Do you know? The weather's been really mean as of late. The coastal road has been blocked by landslides again, and we need to deliver supplies to the workers. If you're headed in that direction, could you take a crate along? $5,600. Yes, I could. Track it. Put the map. So again, that's a cargo container. That's it. So cargo container is a 2-slot, and I need to deliver that down here. Fine. Again, I need to scout these before I think about trucks, and I've got to bring in trucks that are capable of that type of content. But that is near this other watchtower. So, and I might shoot across with the Tatterin to that watchtower. rather than crawling all the way around in the yard. That might be the play that I want to do. Now let's double back and get my trusty exploration trailer. And push on west. Try and find the... I want to try and find the west edge of the map at least, and I would like to find that board upgrade. It's not a massively important upgrade to me right now, because I'm not going to do anything with the Ford just yet, but curiosity makes me want to find it. Mostly I'm looking at... I've got to decide whether I would bring the Vorongard and Phoenix in through the airport route and basically follow the route that we've scouted, or whether there's a better route to the south of the map that would do the job. And the only challenge there really is the thin land bridge. Let's go and have a look at the garage. The thin land bridge on the north of the airport. I'll just quickly show you what I mean, just so I'm not just talking nonsense. So there's this thin bridge that we got over with the Yar, not too bad. Could I bring the Grad and the Phoenix across there? Probably, but it is only a single width concrete slab, so it's a little bit dodgy. And if there's an easier route to the south, I'll do that instead. I do need to finish this scouting. But I want to have a quick spin into the garage because there's fuel in there. And I don't think, I haven't yet found whatever the task is going to be that needs those wooden planks that are on the Azov. So that's another thing. Engine off. Refuel. Nice. I'm happy with that. That's a lot of fuel. So that's my trailer full, and the Yar full, and the roof rack still remained untouched. So we're doing alright actually for fuel so far. So far. It'll get worse, and there's nothing else in here. There's no sort of task givers hidden around the back. So I was kind of hoping that the wooden plank... Oh, there's a scout. Alright, so there's a scout trailer there to deliver... Is that a 2-slot scout trailer? It is. So I could hook that up and go off and do 2-slot deliveries with the Yar. That is a thing I could do. But I haven't got a crane to load. I could hook it up to the Ford F750 with the crane and have a 2-slot delivery scout. I had a comment saying that this map is a good one where the Tatarin plus maybe the Action to do 1-slot deliveries will because some of the passages that you need to go through to do some of the deliveries are incredibly tight and windy, and big trucks are just going to struggle. So that's an interesting thought, that you might need to do some small, and that might explain why there are so many scout trailers being offered. So I'm going to push on a little bit, and we'll try and find a way up there somewhere. Try and do a scan that finds me that side of the map and the corner. Getting some nice feedback to my episodes, so thank you very much for that. I'm always trying to improve how I do them, and I'm trying to get the balance right between where it's just slow crawling stuff like that. I almost certainly will time-lapse that in the edit And the only time that I leave that slow footage in is if I end up talking quite a lot over it. If I've got something that I feel is interesting to say and I talk my way through it, then I'll leave the footage in, even if it's slow plodding stuff, because it's the narrative that is as hopefully relevant. But if it's a kind of quiet narrative section on some slow terrain, then I'll use time-lapsing to reduce the amount of dead air in between bits of narrative when I'm not particularly inspired to say anything. I think I'm getting better at that. Okay, so there's the road blockage. Probably the Yar could get over that. Let's just do the scan. This is what we've come here for. On the map, I think now. Oh, that's found the corner of the... Okay, that is the edge of the world. Edge of the world. That's the edge of this map. This game would be great for the Flat Earth Society, wouldn't it? And then that's about 360 meters to that edge. So this is a good place to scan, I think. Yeah, this will give me a good coverage. I'm a bit close to the edge here on that side, but got a lot of stuff on the right anyway. So let's get on with it. Scan, activate the radar. And this should expose where the upgrade is for the Ford. And then the question is going to be whether I leave it until after I've fixed this road. Cool. Yeah. So it's just ahead of me. It's not far away at all. That Ford upgrade. Right. So what I'm going to do is detach the trailer, leave it here. I'd like to try and get down onto that lake to see if it's... But I'm going to try and see if I can get over these rocks on this right side. They're pretty tall, look, don't they? And there's nothing ahead of me to winch to. High risk. Yeah, okay. So we go across that. Is that a frozen lake or is that a water lake? I can't see at the moment with the light. But I am going to go in and get this upgrade because I promised myself that I would. It was one of the objectives I set for the episode. So I don't want to be this close to it and then not get it. Because that's going to break, isn't it? Balloon tires on a Scout? Maybe not. Engine off. This is the Het V10 engine, 6.6 litres. And it fits the Ford and nothing but the Ford. That is the biggest engine for the Ford. I'm happy. As an episode outcome, that I'm happy. That's one of the things I wanted to achieve today. And then I think I'm going to push on to the place that you deliver the metal beams and have a look at whether or not you can fix that bridge as an alternate route in. But I'm also, as it's now coming into daylight, going to check out this ice lake as an alternative road rather than this beaten up trail. because it may be that it's possible to use this ice lake to get past that blockage. So far, there's a couple of those containers to drag around as well. Interesting. So that's breaking ice. This feels like solid ice. So I guess are these the draggable type? I'm not by this truck anyway. Careful. You drove straight into that then. So, is there a way up by these bridges, do I think? Maybe a way up there. Let's have a look. So that's breaking ice. So I'm not going to be bringing a heavy truck through there. Got over that in a Scout with balloon tires, but that started breaking up. Maybe you could do it if you skirted the edge of that stuff. But I'm wary of that, having had a bad experience on this map already. That looks like a container that needs to be rescued out of the water. So maybe those are containers that can only be craned from the top rather than dragged from skids. That looks like something you need to rescue though, doesn't it? Oh, another fuel carrier. Please be full. I'll make life easier. Is this mine and is this full? It is full, which is the most important of those two questions. And it looks like it might also... Yeah, it's also mine. So I haven't got to worry about trying to deliver it. So this is where the metal beams have got to be delivered. And I haven't got any cargo, so it's not letting me activate this to do anything. I was hoping it would let me... I was hoping that this would like be the wooden plank delivery place as well. One place to go to, but the game isn't going to make it that easy on me. I'm pleased with that trailer being there, that's good. I don't suppose I have to come in here a lot, so once I've done that, I can take that trailer out with me. And we'll be looking good. Nothing to fix this bridge though, so this bridge is not... Well, unless that's what the wooden planks are for. No, I think... It's a bit of a bummer that I haven't found that wooden plank task. Pretty sure, although I haven't got the trailer with me, I'm pretty sure there's nothing in that fog of war grey area to the north of me. I would have found it already if there was anything here for that. Right, what do I do next? I think I'll jump into the Tatterin. What I'm going to do is try and push west with the Tatterin to get the third watchtower, because the third watchtower is here, and hopefully that'll give me some idea. I still expect to have to come down with the trailer and get the blank spots, but hopefully that'll have a big enough catchment area to give me a fair bit of an idea of what's going on with this stuff. The question is, can I get the Tatterin up here? Do I think that is achievable? Pretty steep. Depends whether I can pick my way. No, I don't like the look at that. So I'm going to probably bring the Tatterin here, and then for the first time follow that path to there. Then it looks like there's a small trail here, and we'll head up into this hill and see what's up there. Because it'd be nice if I can get, or maybe not 100% complete on scouting, because there'll be some blank spots to still come into. It's nasty snow, that, isn't it? Yeah, the Tatterings slowing down to that extent is a little bit mad. Is that super snow or is that death snow? Pretty sure it's not super death snow. Someone will educate me in comments, I know. Yeah, even if I don't get 100% complete on scouting, I can call scouting done well enough if I can see all of the roads. And then I can start thinking about routes to come in with big deliveries, which I would like to do in the next episode. That's a little bit of gliding on the ice there, that little wobble. Alright then, Tatterin, be careful. I haven't got a resupply zone on this map. I would have to go back to Cobbed if I got badly enough damage that I need to resupply. And if I don't achieve this watchtower in the Tatterin within the episode, I'll end up probably using the Yar to just continue the journey around in a anti-clockwise direction. This map is littered with junk. Absolute savage beast this is. Tuz 420 Tatterin, making Aegis look like good drivers since 1984. And if there are any rivet counters in the community, I do not know if this is a 1984 truck at all. It's just that felt like a good year to put on that sentence. Right, where's the path go next? The path goes... I'm going to pan the camera around. So the path goes off. I'm going to say path. A little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's a bit similar to the Lake Cobbed bit that is similar sort of terrain. Let's pan that the right way round. There's also a path that comes up here, but doesn't look like it goes all the way up to this plateau. And this plateau's got fuel plus an upgrade. And I'm assuming... So I think I should just focus on... I'm going to be taking this rocky road, aren't I? Right then, Tuz, behave yourself, mate. Yeah, I'm going to stick to this air quotes road. Because this is probably a candidate route to bring cargo through with big trucks. And just nail biting. That's a big drop down, isn't it? Into that ravine. And maybe I should focus on the driving, not on the sightseeing. Like, that felt like a nasty let over a slide. I don't like that now. Ooh. Blimey. Yikes. I'm having a... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, Devs, thanks for that. Who put that there? That isn't going to go well. So there's a big tree in the back. I'm going over this waterfall, aren't I? Uh-oh. This isn't a road that I'm bringing cargo down, for sure. But this looks nasty. This looks nasty. For a truck with no chains, it's probably fine if you've got chains on. But for a truck without chains, this is nasty. Drop the winch. I'm going to put the winch for the tail. Try and get up on these rocks with a safety line on my tail. Right, I'm letting go of the safety line. Oh my days. Oh wow. I'm having a bit of a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. That might be the most nerve-wracking. Now, I don't in real life suffer from vertigo, but that is a bloody long way down to be sat in a vehicle, I think. I think there's a difference between... Oh, hello. No. There's a difference between vertigo when you're sort of standing on a high walkway that you know is safe versus vertigo standing at the top of a cliff with no safety rails. I might have to go and have a sit down. Yeah. That was intense. I love that, and once again, bravo devs. That was good content. I enjoyed that because it was scary, and that makes it really impressive. So what's my route now to the watchtower? I think push up this way and see what I've got. This is where obviously doing this with a... Well, I wouldn't have wanted to come over that cliff with the trailer on the back of the yard either. So yeah, I'm doubting the suitability of a south route to bring metal beams through or big trucks through at all. I think I'd rather risk going over that little land bridge by the airfield. There is fuel in here and an upgrade. I don't know what this upgrade is. Maybe I should push on and get myself in here. Check out this fuel. At least top up. Grab whatever that upgrade is. I don't know if it's an important one. That looks like a path through there. I can't see if there's a route through this. It looks like it's just a rock wall. Maybe this... Yeah, this looks like a small scout job, but let's just see if I can get through it. Yeah, this looks like the sort of place that people were commenting that there's bits that you really need a tiny scout for. I don't think I've got any tiny scouts left. That's sold to Tuz 166. Right, so ice with a bit of water. Careful. What does this do? Does this take me onto that same plateau? I'm being distracted. My objective really is to get to this watchtower. And I think I'm allowing myself to be distracted by shiny things. So I think I should push on and try and take any path that leads me in the direction of the watchtower. Which will hopefully open up enough of this area of the map that I'll be able to see better routes anyway. Oh, there we go, that might have been it. I was just thinking, I'm surprised that I haven't taken out one of those wheels yet. It's mad. I've still got, so I just did some more damage to a wheel. So my right side, my wheels are 15 out of 50, 4, 5 and 5. So my right side is almost dead. My left side's pretty healthy. But I'm in danger of losing one big rock and I'll probably take out 4 wheels and the whole right side of the truck is dead. I do carry 4 spares, but it would obviously leave me without any spares for... That's a bit of terrain to get up there, isn't it? What? You what, mate? Floating change house. Can I pick a way up through those rocks, do you think, to get to that watchtower? Let's grab the floating change house. Oh, is that more fuel? Oh, yeah. Is it got any in it? Yes, it has. Helicopter again. Let's see it. I can hear it. Could hear it. Okay. So I'm just going to see what this floating change house is about. I'm an idiot. Yeah, me too, mate. I left my cabin parked on the ice. Now the river's thawed. See, I told you. I've been telling you for loads of episodes, guys. Don't leave your stuff parked on ice. Because when it does thaw, and this game's just proven to me that this game can thaw, my cabin's sailing the high seas. Can't work without it. Think you could help, eh? Yeah. Just as a lesson to my viewers. That stuff does thaw out, right? Map, what's required? Deliver to the ice camp. We'll deliver a porter cabin. So that's gonna, okay, so that's the thing that, is it? No, it's not. When we crossed over this bridge, I saw some things that looked like cabins in the river here. This is a bit further up. So we've got to pick up that porter cabin, which is hopefully a 2-slot. Or is it one of the ones that you have to drag like we did on Cobb? Right. Now I'm gonna see if I can pick a way through these rocks up this snow. Try and get up there without failing that objective for this episode. Pretty steep, but I am in the Tatterin. Just whether or not there are any impassable sections or dense enough trees. As long as it's snow, not ice, so Tatterin's got a good chance. Why would I even doubt it? And there, so there's the watchtower. I'm now higher than the watchtower, which is always better than being lower. But what is my route? It doesn't look like. Just gonna have a look around this corner a sec. Nope. So it looked, I just about think I saw a route here. If I like hug left on this big boulder that's immediately on my left, kind of looks like there's a route I can traverse. That's weird, because I just saw wheel damage, I think. Maybe it was suspension damage, but I'm sure that was wheel damage. I'm going to see if I can just bully my way past. No winch points, so that may be a big negative. Have I got the Tatterin stuck? Have I achieved the almost impossible? So there is a rock under me, which is definitely not helping. I'm trying to work loose, and there's nothing at all to winch to in any direction. I thought that was a route. Well, I think it is if I could get past this rock right in front of my nose. Right, okay, so we got back out again. I've got to work out. Oh, almost got back out again. Gotta try. Keep catching that. Again, fair play, devs. Good bit of difficult terrain and a bit of a trap that I got myself into, but luckily managed to get myself out of again. The question is, how do I get to the watchtower? Because I'm determined. I'll just drive around here and there'll be a simple little route to it, won't there? What's this? There's a building of sorts there. It's not a simple route here. There must be. So there's a building of sorts there. There must be a route to it from there. Because why would the building be next to the watchtower if you couldn't get between the two in a vehicle? And another fuel carrier? I can just about see. Not complaining, but I'm not used to being given this much fuel. This to me looks like a barrier of trees that I can't push down. It kind of wiggle through. What's the map say? No, there's a route there. Okay, so let's just stop fighting it. But I want to prove it to myself. That I can get stuck anywhere. Right. Haha. I beat you, devs. 1 to me. Everything for the pictogram, lost trailer, aftermath of hurricane, and new pool. 4 tasks just unlocked there. That's the landslide drop that we've already got, that task. Floating change house we've already got. That's opened up quite a bit. That's a big radius, isn't it? So from where I am, get rid of that. So unlike my trailer's 350 meter radius, this is 450. So logging station, everything for the pictogram. So this is where I could get logs of some sort. What can I get here then? Medium logs. But only 6 units. So that's going to be 2 loads. So I've got to bring 3 loads of medium logs in and deliver them on this map. If that's the only source on this map, I will need to definitely bring some in from Lake Cole. I'm trying to select that trailer to see. Yeah, so that's got another 100 litres in it. That's cool. Lost trailer down here. New pool down here. It's a lost trailer delivery point by the look of it. Maybe. Or the other way around. And although I can't see the south of the map, I can tell from the gateway that there's no real route over this. So I don't think coming into the north of the map from the south is a very good idea at the moment. But I got the watchtower, which is what I was aiming for. And I will take the road out just to see how much easier it was, to see why I was fighting against that for no good reason. This episode's got a bit longer, but it's not bad because there'll be a fair bit of time-lapse stuff I can do, I think. Guess this is the route. It doesn't look like much of a trail, does it? Engine off. Let's see what this task is. Everything for the pictogram. Which is obviously going to be a photography point of interest scout one. I came here all the way from Moscow. They say there's an island full of old architecture. Can't reach it though, but I'd really like to take some photos. Can you take some using my camera? Yes, I can, mate. And I'll even bring your camera back to you. Honest. $4,800. Plus a potentially free camera. Measurements on... Blimey. Look at it, look. 7 points of interest to reach. That's a really good way, in probably the Tatarin, to scope out all of this central part of the map, to work out the best way to get trucks from north to south on this area if needed for deliveries. I might even do that in the next episode. Just to as a... It is effectively scouting still, but get that task done. Because I think that's going to show me loads of stuff. And I want to get the recon trailer down here as well. Okay, good stuff. Happy with that. Got plenty done. I am going to leave this episode here. I will probably do some scouting in the next episode, but I'll have a think about that. And get ready. So, I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will look forward to seeing you in the next episode. But in the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.